Hi everybody, I just want to make a quick video that connects a few things. It connects Morgellons with Panspermia, and let's stop right there for a minute. So what is the definition of Panspermia? According to Webster's, Panspermia is described as a theory holding that the seeds of life diffuse naturally through outer space. So what does that mean? It means that life on planet Earth had help from things from outer space. So, do we have any evidence of that? Well, actually, we do have evidence of that. And the evidence that I would present is that when lightning hits a tree, the tree will begin to take shape and form over time, just like the rocks will with the consciousness that is inside. So when I did a video on Panspermia and I showed what I call the dragon tree, all the limbs and ends of the tree limbs ended up looking like dragons, that is evidence of Panspermia. Lightning comes down with these little tiny pieces of powder, tiny fragments, which are actually the part of a life form, of a consciousness that can reconstitute itself. It is the same thing as the way the Morgellons works, where if you leave a little speck, it can reconstitute into another creature. And that is exactly what happens with the trees. They get hit by lightning and they express these faces. So, what evidence do I have of that? Well, this is some interesting evidence. Now, this is a brick that came straight out of the ground, okay? And I'm going to show you. So how is this brick evidence of Panspermia? Well, when lightning hit the ground, the consciousness is so strong that it goes through the ground and turns a brick like this that came straight out of the mud with this on it into the form of this beast here who lives underground, which is essentially the same thing as a reptilian, is what they're called. Now, we also have evidence with this brick. And this brick looks like Thoth. Okay? Oh, it actually goes this way, excuse me. Right here, okay. There we see evidence of Thoth, who is ubiquitous. He is everywhere, all present, and that is why he shows up so often in Egyptian hieroglyphics, because he is the helper of mankind. He is the middleman who is there for the benefit of mankind and also to intervene between the other forces that wish to control mankind, and in some ways they already do. So, Panspermia is operating the same principle as the Morgellons, with these tiny little fragments can reconstitute into a bigger thing. And if you think about anything that has the ability to shape shift, it would have this ability, just like in the Terminator movies where it looks like mercury, balls of mercury, and then they reconstitute. Same principle. So what is happening is these entities can come down in little tiny pieces from lightning, and then when the lightning hits a tree or lightning hits the earth, an image of the consciousness will come forth. And this goes back to what the Bible tells us, is that the wisest man in the world was King Solomon. He was so loyal to God that God gave him the choice of anything he wanted, and he chose wisdom. And since he chose wisdom over money and a kingdom, he received all the other things as well. With his wisdom, it is reported that he was able to get the invisible beasts of the world, which could include these invisible Bigfoot creatures, and to help him. He had a flying carpet that was like as large as a football field, is what has been said, that he would travel around on. Now that would only be possible with the help of these invisible creatures. Nonetheless, out of all the things he could have been quoted as saying, the greatest thing he said was, "All is vanity." Now, we all know what all is. All is everything. Everything is vanity. Now, if we look around in the human population, we see vanity everywhere because people do not need the amount of excess which they are able to achieve, and they just love to show people that they've accomplished so much, or that their body is so fit, or that their derriere looks so great, or that their breast implants are, or their plastic surgery, or their hairstyle. Vanity, vanity, vanity. All is vanity. But that is a simplification of the real wisdom in these words. All is vanity does not only apply to humankind, it also applies to gods. And all the gods, even all the Egyptian gods, all the Greek gods, when I say gods, I'm referring to anything that is more advanced than we are, that has the power over us, that is a higher evolved being than us. That's what I mean by gods. I'm not trying to replace God with these other, it's not from monotheistic to polytheistic. It's not what I'm just referring to. Historically speaking, gods are very vain, right? And so when we look at the evidence of the things that come out of your body from Morgellons, and you get one of those microscopes, you'll see everything has a face on it. They all have faces because the vanity of gods, okay? So this goes back to this mystery right here, the Sphinx. This is a book called Forgotten Civilization by Robert. And like I said, I'm not getting paid to promote anyone's books, but I'm just using this picture. So the Sphinx right there, that image at one time was across the globe. So people want to know what all those ancient mounds were for, the geoglyphs they found in the jungle. They are there because the vanity of gods requires it. So this particular God, and this is leading somewhere, this is definitely leading somewhere. I'm just afraid to say everything that I know, so I'm going to try to bring you along one piece at a time. And maybe without saying it, you can come to your own conclusions that my theories and my premise has a lot of evidence to back it up. But it is also very, very disturbing. And so therefore, I'm going to try to bring it piece by piece. So today I'm dealing with panspermia and the effect of lightning is affecting things in the ground like bricks and rocks, and the consciousness of these entities is coming forth through the faces, because all is vanity. That is what the wisest man in the world said. All is vanity. So let's look at some examples of vanity. Well, here we have a bone. This is actually a rock, right? But it's really a petrified bone that is a tool. And it fits in your hand so perfectly, it's ridiculous. And it would be probably for scraping a hide. But if you look, even this tool, which is so elegantly crafted to fit in the hand so perfectly, if you look, you see that, oh, there he is. See? See? All is vanity, my friends. All is vanity. Take a look at this bone. This is a bone tool for digging. Okay, so you hold it like let's see, you hold it like, oh, like this. You hold it like this, and it has a little bone there for digging, right? So made out of bone. But look, see this right here? This, my friends, is another example. All is vanity. If you were to check the topographical maps from space and looked at all the land masses, you will see faces of the gods. South America, whatever, just look around the edge. Why are these giant land masses in the shape of faces? Oh, science will tell you it's coincidence. Science will tell you it's panspermia. Science will tell you that you're making connections because that's what humans do, because we're logical. We see our own image and everything. All those things may be true, but there's one other thing that is also true. All is vanity. That is the evidence. Okay, they even make the land masses look like their images, and you'll see one looks like an old man with a beard, kind of. You'll see another one that's a dragon is a common theme, especially in the topographical maps. You'll see a lot of dragons. And that is because these gods are very vain, and they are also not in human form, let's say. Some of them are in the form of other creatures, and those images come out because all is vanity. So, hopefully this video looks good. I'm going to check it. I don't do any editing. I just make the video and hope it's good enough. Some of them aren't that good. But I did wear the wife beater, not because of vanity, because I wanted to show you this Morgellons. It's a wrap. It's been 2 years, but it's almost done. It is so close to being done. It's so close. So anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, my conclusions are disturbing, but they need to be told, and I will bring folks along a little piece at a time. So today's lesson was panspermia. Thank you for watching.